welcome to another episode of our TRR Insights video series recorded at the rCB conference in Barcelona, organised by Smithers. In today's episode, we are joined by Ravi Rathi, a director at the Rathi Group. The Rathi Group have evolved into a significant tyre batch pyrolysis operator in India and transform end-of-life tyres into pyrolysis oil, black carbon powder and tyre wire. The company have also developed a particularly specialised process in the conversion of pyrolysis char into recovered carbon black. Ravi started things off by discussing the underlying reasons for attending the conference for the Rathi Group.
rCB conferences are always, very informative. You understand what is happening all around the industry. So it is good to be part of this complete conference here. And also, you have lot of takeaways, what is happening all around in terms of industry, in terms of technology, in terms of customer perception about the product. So you understand many things. And it is always good to be, coming here for last almost 4-5 years. I am coming continuously. So now people are able to recognize my face, people are able to recognize the company. So that way it is, you are able to reach out to the customer more, prospective customers more. So that way, yes, it is a good thing to be.
Our attention then turned to the trends and behaviours that we are seeing in the rCB market in India and how the Rathi Group is progressing in that environment.
Basically, since we are based in India, our primary market is India. And what we have understood in last 3-4 years, whatever we have spent in the market, Indian market is one of the market where things, catch up a bit early. Because at this point of time, all the major players, whoever are playing in the Indian tyre industry segment, are part of the top 20 industries in the world. And their market is again going to be a global market. So no one wants to be left behind. Sustainability is catching up in India. And as more and more people are moving towards more sustainable material, we are gaining grounds in terms of our customer base. I'm happy to say we are part of very few industries who are actively supplying production capacities, commercial capacities to tyre industries in India. Not 1, 2, but 5 different companies. And what we are seeing is, in tyre industries, yes, it is a long drawn process. It is almost 2 to 3 years of legwork to get to a point where they give us the qualification, they give us the approval. But once done, it creates a good situation where you are able to, increase the supply quantities very quickly. Yes, it will take the first 2-3 years of legwork, but thereafter things will be better. And we have completed those 3 years. So from that perspective, at this point of time, every new day we are converting more and more customer and we are getting more and more orders.
After discussing their performance in the India rCB arena, Ravi then analysed the opportunities available to the company in Europe.
In Europe, we are trying to find, all the major top 5-6 companies are operated out of Europe. So all the decision makers are based in Europe. And it is always good to be part of, a company who is operating in Europe and have a global footprints all around the world. So from that perspective, we are trying to reach to Europe customer base, trying to work with them. Since we are already, supplying lot of quantities to Indian manufacturers and also in Sri Lanka and other Southeast Asia countries, and these companies are having a global footprint. Anyone who is working in Europe, most probably they will be working in some of the Southeast Asia country also. So from that perspective, what we are trying to understand is, or what we are trying to work upon is, to work with them in Europe so that our products get approved at this place, and with help of that, you get the global approval for all the sites. And to do that, yes, there are different regulations, different statutory requirement in form of REACH, in form of other regulations, in form of certifications like ISCC. So we are working on those lines and trying to find ground where we are able to, serve all those requirements and start supplying to Europe.
Ravi concluded our conversation by giving his view on the current regulatory environment for tyre recycling in India.
Yes, Richard, right now what we are seeing in Indian market in terms of tyre recycling regulations, 2-3 major things have happened over a period of time. One was EPR. So now India is having its own EPR regulations, so that is going very good. What it helped was, it created a bridge between the recyclers and the tire manufacturers to start discussing on how they can, use the product within their products. Till this point of time, it was always a difficult thing for a tire recycler to reach out to a tire manufacturer. So EPR have been a good policy change. In other terms, Indian government is also playing a very vital role in terms of sustainability. Indian government have announced their own net zero targets, and we are seeing the tire recycling segment to fit in like a missing piece there. And we feel that going forward, as more and more regulations will get improved, you will always get a good size, a big size industry coming up in India. At this point of time, we are very few of them, but going forward, we'll see the regulation improvements on which the government is actively working on, and we feel that it will give a pathway for the big players, for the genuine players, to come across and create beautiful products.
This concludes episode 13. Be sure to join us again shortly for episode 14 with Ghernan.